is a huge resource hog. Are you as a PC exclusive channel streaming the PS4 version? Let me think for a moment. It's like asking PC Gamer whether or not they're playing on an Xbox. Though knowing PC Gamer, they probably would. So I guess this is one of these harvesters. That I think they harvest experience by the looks of it. I don't play Bloodborne, it runs at 30 frames per second. We will not have such things in my house, damn it. Poisonous. Terrible. Alright. Level up landmine. I mean, it definitely seems so far like very, very similar to like.
When you go into the puddles, just slightly in the jungle, they make you invisible, so you can ambush people.
All right, so those are bushes then. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels pretty good, at least with this character anyway. My concern is that like right now anyway, the game seems really similar to everything else that's on the market, which is a problem that almost all of these games have. To be fair. It's not unique to this one. Oh, I think I'm finally gonna die! I don't know, maybe. Put the slow grenade down, I can maybe get away. Leaving. Leaving.
An enemy has been slain.
There we go.
Unreal.
Ah, god damn it, they got me. Guess in the meantime I can try and figure out what the hell the frame rate is and see if I can fix it. Yeah, I mean, it is not a game that is properly optimized yet, so it's kind of to be expected that the frame rate's not brilliant.
So I guess you press shift, and then after 2 seconds or so, you go into a movement mode.
Yeah. It almost sounds like the game sounds a little bit loud. Can people let me know in chat whether or not that's true? Do I have anything else that would give me a frame rate overlay that I can actually put on? Give me a sec. Fraps has a problem initializing when you're running XSplit, generally speaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I can hook in Afterburner. Oh, I can. Alright, yeah, cool, I've got my frame rate up. So you can see it is sub 60. Currently it has no SLI support. As you can clearly see, it's nuking GPU 1 and it's not really touching anything else. So we'll probably have to... Let's take the AA off first. See if that helps. There is no NVIDIA driver for this. This game literally came out like 5 minutes ago. Alright, taking off the AA vastly improved my frame rate. That's now jumped up to 90 FPS. So... Evidently, the anti-aliasing, whatever kind they use, is very, very GPU intensive.
Turning that shit off.
Yep, knock that off immediately. I think you should be fine. I'm gonna knock the volume down a little bit here. There we go. Yep. So that is definitely what you should do. I mean, I don't think it's fair to judge the game as boring and slow, chat, when we're playing against AI that are as dumb as a bag of rocks. I mean, once we play against real people, that's probably not going to be the case. So, you know, be a little reasonable, eh? Well, I've seen 5 minutes of the game, so I feel like it's my right to judge. It's like, come on, really? Be a little bit more sensible, eh? Got him. There we go. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Ultimate's particle effects don't hit my frame rate harder than they do. Yeah, it does look like the AI was actually super sampling it, because I had it set to 1080p, and you're right, the overlay was a lot smaller, which indicates that it was running at a higher res. So, it looks like that's how they do the AA, that's a very old way of doing anti-aliasing. Strange that they do that. It may just be an alpha bug. Can we upgrade Rocket? We can. I don't think... It doesn't seem like any of these abilities gain any, like, additional attributes as you level them up, other than them just being more powerful, which is a bit unfortunate. That's kind of a lazy way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I like it when it's like, oh, you get to level 3, now the ability has an additional property. That's always fun, but I don't think they've done that. I mean, it's really flashy, don't get me wrong. It's not like it plays bad, it's just, it feels really quite similar to the other stuff I've played.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a problem when you do that, too, because it's such a crowded genre. Like, if you don't sufficiently distinguish yourself from the other games, people are going to be like, well, why don't I just play Dota? Or why don't I just play Smite? And I guess the argument of that is, oh, you want to play something that's a little bit more like a third-person shooter. It's like, yeah, I mean, it does feel a little bit more like a third-person shooter, at least with this character anyway, but I don't know if that's necessarily enough to get me to switch. Because for people, it is going to be switching, you know? If it's a free-to-play model game...
Yeah, everyone has a MOBA.
Yeah, they do. And I think their plan is all the heroes are free, which is cool. And it's really awesome that they did that. I'm really happy that they did that. That's a really consumer-friendly business model, and I think they probably need it to compete with Dota, but simultaneously, the game is, so far anyway, really, really similar.
Alright, we need to start punching some humans.
Yeah, we're broken the middle lane now. We actually have super minions, so we're going to end this pretty soon, and then I guess we can try against real people. Now that I kind of have the idea of what's going on.
I'm coming mid.
Yep. The AI is the AI is actually completely ignoring me right now, which is cute.
The guy on our team is 22-0.
Yep. I mean, he's just been murdering the AI, so... They're not difficult to deal with, like, they're brain dead, so it's...
They're really dumb.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll play against real people, that probably won't be the case. I mean, the reason Epic can support it is because they're fucking Epic, and... a lot of it is like a showpiece for their engine, you know? It's kind of the... I mean, it's not really the same business model as what Unreal 4 is going to be doing, because, you know, Unreal Tournament on Unreal Engine 4 has got a different business model that sort of involves selling custom content. Like, the base game is free, and, like, the mods and the stuff that's developed by third parties are going to be paid for. I think it's a pretty decent way to do business. I think for this game, they're probably releasing it and saying, look, we want to make a showpiece for our engine, because we want people to use it. So Paragon's going to be that, maybe. But I'm just speculating at this point. I could be completely wrong. So these are the super minions. They look pretty fucking awesome. The animation's a little bit stilted, but, you know, obviously this is not finished, so I'm not going to blame them for that. It's worth pointing out, though. I do love the way that the lock-on works for the rocket. It feels very much like a shooter instead of a... You know, it's got a little nice bit of custom UI to it. But yeah, once I turned AA off, the game actually runs just peachy. It'll run even better once they have SLI support. So I'm pretty happy with it. It uses a fuckload of RAM, I'll tell her that. It uses like 9 gigs of RAM by the looks of it. I think I'm gonna die. Nope, maybe not. Ah, fuck off. Gotcha.
Nice.
There we go. I'm going to B now. Engine is Unreal Engine 4. And you can fucking tell it's gorgeous.
It does look very quakey. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting a bit of an Infinity Blade from this too. I don't know if you are.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Right, how do you get this Archmage's thing? I guess that's like... It's called a Prime something, but maybe it's like a... Maybe it's a recipe or something. This whole deck building thing is interesting. I'm going to assume what they do with it is you can do your build before you go into the game, and you just draw.
Yeah,
it.
I think for the purposes of this NPC fight, they've given us like the most basic of cards.
Yeah. Oh, I think these cards are upgradable.
They are?
Yeah, so they have 3 slots on them. So, yep, I was correct. So if you go to upgrades, you can slot in more shit that will buff the item.